do the creatures level with you as well, or is it just open world?
So adventure mode. Okay, so actually, let me go back a little bit. So in the main game, there are minimum levels for zones through a campaign. So the boss that we fought, Shroud, his minimum level was 3. So if you got to him at level 1, he's still 3. If you got to him at level 5, though, he will level up 1 additional level to be 6. So
Okay.
the reason we do that is so you can't just run to the last boss and then fight him at level 1. You know, he'll be, let's say, level 5, for example. So it'll be a tough fight. You can still kill him. It's just a tough fight. So in this mode, it assumes whatever your current level is, right?
Got it.
There's no minimum level. So if you come in here at level 1, then all the enemies are going to be level 2 until you get to level 2, and then they'll be level 3, and so on and so forth. And that's just to keep the challenge up. That's just to keep it, you know, a little bit different than other games where you just out level through XP. This one we want you to out level through gears and traits and builds and things like that.
Ooh, that was nice.
So this wall hack is awesome because you can see where all these guys are gonna, you know, side bust you from. Ooh, nice crit. You lead the way. I'm following you. We can just go through anywhere through here.
Nasty.
Don't forget barrels, man. Don't neglect barrels. There's a lot of nice iron and scrap in there. And
Destructible environment.
Yeah, the more scrap you have early, it's really, really helpful because, you know, it basically is one of the 2 resources that you need for everything. So,
Bro, how are these guys so accurate with their swords and throwing them? I mean, come on. Like, did they all train in like some mysterious knife throwing martial art? Every single enemy has like the perfect throw.
well, they're tribal, you know, and they're like warriors, and they've probably been in this zone longer than a couple of hours. So,
Well, not anymore.
They could probably have defeated Shroud on the first try because of their.
Okay. All right. So they're like you guys wall hacking.
Yeah.
And just, you know.
I think that's fair. I think it's a fair thing to say. AI cheats. Not in this game though. Other games.
Then also, one of the other things that we kind of talked about a little bit earlier was some of the stuff that you've built into the game to make it a little bit easier for everyone who's not maybe a full-on Souls-like player, like things like getting ammo back at the stone.
Yep.
Are there other things that you guys have built into the game to really kind of alleviate some of those pain points for a lot of players?
Well, I wanted to show you that guy real quick. So that's good that you killed him. So that guy, that elite right there, that's special, is when you kill him, the little bug on the top jumps off and he looks for another host, and he'll try to dig up another skeleton, and then he'll be back to being an elite again. So, you know, luckily you killed him in time, and then he doesn't keep spawning guys. Oh. But to answer your original question is, yeah, you know, we didn't want to take away your money. Plus, it's a lot harder in a random environment. So what happens is you roll a campaign, let's say, and then I jump into your campaign, and then I die, and then we don't play anymore. Where is my corpse? Because my campaign is laid out differently than your campaign, right?
Right.
It's randomly generated, the tiles and everything, so the layout is not the same. So where would it be? So there's nothing to really go and pick up. And we thought, well, instead of trying to solve that problem, why don't we just say, you know, you can just have all your stuff back, right? And then giving ammo back, of course, is kind of like giving your dragon hearts back, your healing flask, so to speak. And actually, that leads into a good buff for the next patch is when you touch a world stone in the next patch in Snow DLC, which this buff will be free, of course, is you'll get full mod power as well. So you can and the whole point of that is, you know, people go into boss fights and they're fully prepared the first time they fight the boss, and then they die, and then they don't have any mod power because they use their mod, and it's like, well, now the boss just got harder because I have less tools to fight with the boss. So we're like, let's just start you with full mod power. It's not going to break the game in any way, because you could just go out there and farm scrubs to get your mod power up, and that's just, you know, grindy. So we tried to get rid of as many of those things that we could. And there's still a few, but
yes.
Damn, is it over?
So we're getting a ton of money. So where are we headed? Here.
Did he just? Oh, he threw a dagger at Ben. Got it.
Ran out of ammo.
Uh-oh. Don't forget to switch weapons.
Oh.
Nice save. Nice. Look at that. That's a carry right there. I was low. I'm going to wall hack. We'll see where these specials are. Okay, there we go. This guy. fall guy over here. I'm out of ammo. Okay, so I'm gonna show you what the rattleweed looks like. See, it summons that tree there.
Oh, cool.
Now they're enamored by this root tree. So you can just go in and pick them
I
off.
disagree with that. That guy literally just tried to, you know, stab Steve with his fist.
But
Well,
he was too far away.
That was a vendetta. That was like a personal.
Okay, got it. It was a personal affront to him. Got it. Okay. So he's basically like, Steve needs to die. I'm gonna kill him. Got it.
Yep,
Okay.
yep.
Yeah. Yeah. That
I
makes
don't know
sense.
why. I don't know what Steve did, but it's, you know, you can never tell with a guy named Steve. I don't even know what that means, but it sounds legitimate. Okay, so there's a special guy right here. Let's get that guy. He's a screamer. So if you get too close to him, when he screams, he'll stun you.
Oh,
and you
that's who Steve was getting stunned by last time. Got it.
Yeah.
Was he? I didn't even see that.
Yeah. We
There
are
we go.
having a few technical difficulties, guys. Just give us a second while we're running through this a little bit and trying to get some of the glitches out.
See what we
Broke
got.
it.
What did I do? You didn't do anything to Steve, DJ.
Broke it. Ooh, missed that.
Got him? Got your cover. All right. I'm low on ammo. So is that? Are you using sniper?
Yeah.
How's it working for you right now?
I like it. I like it a lot.
You can. Are you doing scope? It uses PUBG scope, which is double tap right click, which is a lot easier on.
He's not even using that.
To use. Oh, he's not. He's not scoping. Come on.
No.
This guy's full on no scope. He told me he was a counter.
He's no scoping everything.
Oh.
Yeah, you
okay.
double click like PUBG.
Gotcha.
Now that he knows how to actually scope in, he's out of ammo.
There's not
One
that
shot.
many weapons in the game. That's why it's not a primary button.
One shot.
But something people have asked, you know, to be able to rebind and maybe make it easier on console controllers and stuff.
Mhm.
So,
I mean, I would say that this it's very interesting because Steve and I were talking about this earlier. We need to settle a debate:
okay.
controller or mouse and keyboard.
For what? I mean, it depends.
For
I mean,
this,
if
in general, which one is better? Because I was playing on controller last time and I was garbage. And as soon as I transitioned to mouse and keyboard, it would the phrase was, "You got a hell of a lot better."
To be fair,
Came into play.
I don't think you like your use of the controller is what made you bad.
Wow. Okay.
So-
Wow. All right.
But
That's
I
just
think
rude.
well,
the
think about it
argument
this
remains.
way. Think about it this way. Like when you had played with controller and then you came in and played with mouse and keyboard, so you had that previous experience. So maybe it was just your experience. Maybe it wasn't the mouse and keyboard at all. It was the mouse and keyboard. I'm just saying, maybe it wasn't. Right? But
You know?
here's the
I
thing.
mean,
Like it's an age-old debate, and I would say most people would agree that keyboard and mouse is superior for aiming, right? The one benefit I think controller has over keyboard is analog movement for a game that has like stealth or whatever. It's hard to do on a mouse and keyboard because you have to you know have a shift key or some kind of button that says now I'm going to walk, right?
Like-
but on analog you just touch it less, you know.
That's why I like
But-
games like I think is it like Metal Gear Solid like still always should be played with a controller.
Yeah, it just depends what it's built for, but also this game was built with both in mind, and so controller has a lot of assistance, right? Well, not a lot, but it has features to help you, you know, like bullet magnetism and controller drag and all these things. And people have done all of the same achievements, all of the hardest stuff on control as well. So a lot of the time, I mean, we tried to really make it about what you're most comfortable with.
Right.
I think if you're most comfortable with mouse and keyboard and then you jump on a controller, it's going to be hard for you. I think if you're used to doing it the other way, it's going to be hard as well.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I mean I can't play with a controller.
I'm not a controller player either, so
Okay, that's
like
probably
unless
why.
it's Halo's about the only game that I can
Yeah.
play on controller. Beyond that, everything else, yeah, no. I'm just
Yeah, I mean, I played Gears. You know, when I played Gears, even you know, kind of hardcore PvP, I would still use controller. But I guess at the time you could only use controller. But it felt like it was built for that. But this game we built for both, and there are a lot of people internally that only play controllers. So we give it just as much focus as we do to mouse and keyboard.
apparently chat wants to have a typing competition at DreamHack on Outlook emails using only controllers.
No,
That just sounds terrible.
I forfeit.
I'm out. No.
Light him up.
Wait, is this a world boss or is this a
this-
mini boss?
This is just a small brain. Like, shoot this guy's little tiny brain. He's got the tiniest weak spot there.
So Steve got it.
Whoa.
Ooh, that was a good crit.
Not very supportive.
No.
That's a Justin-like thing to say. So Justin.
So Justin.
From what I hear, I mean, this is
Yeah.
to say at this point. But
Giving
all
him
right.
the wrong impression.
They're giving me the wrong impression of Justin.
He's just a nice guy, you know.
Oh.
He's just a swell
I
guy,
see.
a wonderful boss.
So reviews are right around the corner. I got you. I see where you're going with this. Whoa! Look out for this.
Oh, no.
Hey, do you
Oh,
have
he got stunned again.
this is
No.
a good place for a tip? Do you have your hunter's mark active? Because if you do, this is the best zone. Yeah, look at this. This is the best zone for hunter's mark because there's so many corners.
Forget that I have abilities. That's
Yeah.
part of my problem.
Chat wants to know if there's any chat features in this game or if it's all just gonna be voice. I'm pretty sure it's just voice, right?
It's just voice and pings and emotes that have text to them. It's one of those things that we know players want it, and there's a lot of features obviously that players want. Communication is a big one. It's just sometimes there's certain things that we have to fix or we have to.
But why don't I aim like I was just taught?
But emotes though.
What emotes?
But emotes though.
Well, we also have like things like, hey, I need ammo or whatever. Like, hey, come this way, or I need help. Right? Just basic stuff. Obviously,
Right.
it doesn't beat text chat. But we tried to make it so you didn't need those things. It's not to say we didn't want to do those things either. There's a lot of things that people have requested, like I said, that interest us as well. And you never know. Like, even though we only have one, the final big DLC, it doesn't mean we're going to stop supporting the game, and it doesn't mean there won't be balance patches and fixes here and there.
So, what new thing can you talk about that you're really excited for?
Well, there's a ton of. Well, first of all, there's a bunch of new stuff that just add to the total overall build complexity in Snow DLC. So we went back and we reworked like 50 or 60 previous items and armor and everything to work with the new items as well. So instead of just feeling like you're going to get 20 or 30 or 40 more trinkets, it's going to feel like you got 60 or 70 new
Right.
trinkets. So while that's not by itself a brand new thing, I think it is going to bring a lot. to the
Side
table.
vibes here.
Yeah, those guys are. Here, I got this one, so we can see where the cheaters are coming from. So, but in addition to that, the new items are really, really cool, and they add a bunch of new build options. So what we tried to do is we tried to make a bunch of items that weren't all just damage based. Because what happens is when like 2 or 3 rings are damage, and then all the other rings are utility, people gravitate toward the damage stuff because people just want to do big numbers. And I totally get it.
Yeah.
What we did is instead of nerfing the damage items, we pretty much try to buff all the utility to where it becomes a real choice. Now there is the case of a Ring of Supremacy, which is a hardcore ring, which just says, hey, you do more damage after 5 seconds of being full health, right? We
Yeah.
change it to 10 seconds. The damage buff is still the same, but we changed it a little bit, so it's like, you know what, you need to be full health just a little bit longer. But we did buff the damage, so you're not really losing too much, and if you're the type of player that doesn't get hit, it doesn't matter. But now, when you look at that ring and you compare it against the ring that says, well, this ring reloads your stowed weapons, and it's a ring that existed before, but now it reloads them 3 times as fast. That's actually an interesting choice now, because that's going to help me with certain builds, and maybe that damage at full health, it doesn't matter to me anymore because I'm not the type of player that can keep my health at full damage anyway. But I certainly want my guns automatically reloaded while I'm just walking around the world.
I mean,
So,
that's kind of cool.
yeah, we're just trying to do that, and there's a ton of them, like a ton of changes. And there's new armors, old armors have been reworked yet again. Oh, we're going the wrong way. We gotta go up north. So
All right, hope you guys are coming up against the boss soon because we got to take a break here in a minute.
yep, there'll be a boss in. We just gotta go. Oops, I'm going the wrong way. This is a notoriously tricky area. So we got to go over here. We basically want to go to the northeast area. I believe. Over here.
Oh, Steve, looking for ammo. Not gonna find it.
I know.
Well, if we can get to the World Stone, it should be all good.
Yeah. See, that feature was made for people like me.
You know where the door
World
is?
Stone.
Yeah, you know, touching it and getting ammo.
Oh,
I have no idea where it is. I haven't been in here in such a long time. Let's see. Is it over here? Nope. It's hard. But I mean, we
Pyro.
We're playing with a professional as well.
we are
so.
playing with a professional. He's way better than us. Pyro, we should do a blind type speed competition in LAN. Go old school, high school stuff.
this guy right here real quick. Yeah, that's one of the things that we're looking into working on too, is making sure that the indicator shows. I mean, it shows that you have to be on the right level to find it, and so that's something that we're looking into adjusting.
We're getting chased.
So Jack goes, I left, and you're bashing on Justin. I came back, and you're still roasting Justin.
Justin's, he sounds like a nice guy though. I don't know why you guys would.
Can they
bash.
jump over things? Oh no, they have to go around. Okay.
Some of them can mantle. Some of them can mantle up. Where's the door? I forgot where the door was.
We're programmers here.
We're definitely pro gamers. It's I played so
Ben's
much.
just leaving Steve to just kill this guy by himself. He's
believe
just
he
like,
did.
now I'm out, man.
I can see him. I got my eyes on him. It's like when you have
Oh, he knows that you're gonna get killed, but he just doesn't care.
stay in range.
I can hit. See, I needed a couple like that.
Yeah, but now you're out of ammo. All right, this is when you the moment, Steve. Use your sword and dodge.
There you go.
Do it. You can do it, buddy. I believe in you.
Oh, sorry. This I know. You know what? I know what this is. This isn't a boss dungeon. Sorry. This is a side dungeon that's new to Swamps of Courses. That's why we couldn't find it. I'm dumb. I totally forgot about that. Hey, this will be your third res if you can get me in time, which is 3 times as many times I read you. So this is a side.
This whole time
You've got to kill him though. You've got to kill him.
Nope, we're
Watch
dead.
out! Watch out! Watch out! Steve!
I've just been running for the last.
Oh, you have a guy right there. No, Steve, don't do it. Steve, run. Steve's
can do
dead.
it.
Steve is dead. No, Steve is dead. There's no getting out of this.
He's got this. Don't press X to kill self.
Ben's just
I
giving up.
did. I
I'm
pressed
done.
X.
Yeah, this side dungeon has no exit. That's why it only has the exit that you came into. But that's okay. We can do adventures. So this is a side dungeon which has a secret in it, and so because it's Swamps of Courses, I've played it probably 2 or 3 times, finished it, and then I just totally forgot about its existence. But there's a secret in this dungeon. If you figure out the secret, you can get obviously a piece of loot, and then if you figure out the super secret, you can get another piece of loot.